And it's all about understanding what's really going on, man, and just like really knowing that the kingdom of heaven is as a bride. They know that gathering is coming, and they already know that everybody about to gather unto the real I am, the King of Kings, Lord of Lords. So that's why William running around talking about he loves pretty girls, you know.
Girls, girls, girls. I like pretty girls. Girls, 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 girls.
All right, let's delve deeper. This is foolishness. Look at this.
Girls, girls.
Vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, lemon. I like it. I like women. There it is. Truth about me. Ain't too many women ain't pretty to me. Ain't too many women ain't pretty to me. Ain't too many women ain't pretty to me. Ain't too many women.
See all the women that's gathering? Because you see how he's screaming? You see how he's doing that yelling? Because the word of God, the voice of God is as thunder. And many shall, as it's written, many shall people gather unto him.
Ain't pretty to me. As far as I can see.
I like pretty girls.
Oh, man, I got to see that one more time. This is sick, man. Oh, man, this devil's sick, man. But you see all of that gathering? They already know the gathering of the bride. The bride is coming. Them devils is evil, man. They don't got nothing better to do but just blaspheme all day long. But through the blasphemy, that's how we know what time we in. So anyway, 1 Thessalonians 4:17, and we which are alive and remain should be caught together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord of the air, and so shall we forever be with the Lord. That goes right into the plain Exodus that's happening. That's about to go down. So, you know, that cloud goes into the cloud gathering. You know, it's written in Hebrews 12, verse 1, you know, ye are the witnesses. Ye are a cloud of witnesses. So that goes right into that. You know what I mean? The cloud, the gathering of the saints. That's why I said the cloud should gather unto them. He behold, he come with clouds, meaning the saints. That's why right before that, right before the ICE and Trump protests, you know, you had 1,200 flights delayed. You see? 1,200 flights delayed. So I'm going to delve into this right quick. Because the word of God in 2 Samuel 7:12, and when thy days shall be fulfilled, and thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, I will set up thy seed after thee, which shall proceed out of thy bowels, and I will establish his kingdom. You know, it goes into talking about how he shall sit upon the throne forever and ever. So, you know, obviously that goes right into the Messiah who comes to the seed of David. You know, Solomon didn't sit upon the throne forever and ever. You know, it goes right to how the Messiah would rise up and rule forever and ever. So I'm going to play this clip about the thunder, and I'm going to chime on in. You know, it's very important stuff. We're going to hear what's going on. Remember, I've been talking about that Williams and that Lewis. So let's hear what Shavon Gilgis Alexander got to say. Hear what he says. It's important stuff. I'll load up. But yeah, it's all coming together, man. Hold on.
Let's talk a little bit about this team. You all are incredibly close-knit, but it goes sort of beyond the on-court interviews that we all see.
Let's see.
Lou Dort,
See, Lou.
he lived with you for a little bit.
See, he lived with you for a little bit because, you know, the Lord got to establish his father's house. And you know that the saints supposed to raise up the Messiah anyway. So he lived with you.
And you and J-Dub carpool to the airport some.
You see, J-Dub is Williams, Jalen Williams. So y'all carpool to the airport. So Williams to the airport, and you hear Lou was living with Gilgis.
Times, how did that happen?
So COVID had happened. We played in the bubble. That next season, Lou had lived with me, and he had just signed his contract. It was like very low, and then like it all happened so fast. So like he didn't have time to get a place, so he just like lived with me. I had a place, a few extra rooms, and then like
see that goes back to when I knock, he answered, let me in.